Have you ever had a conversation where someone says one thing but actually means something else? Like when someone says it's getting late, but what they really mean is I want to go home. Yep, that's how language works sometimes. It's not always about what we say, but what we mean. Today, we're going to learn about something super interesting in pragmatics, namely cooperative principles and implicature. So, let's get started. The first one, we're going to talk about cooperative principle. So, what is cooperative principle? This concept was introduced by H. Paul Grice in 1975. He believed that people naturally work together in conversations to make communication clear and effective. Grice said, make your conversational contribution such as is required at the stage at which it occurs by the accepted purpose or direction of the talk exchange. In simple words, say what's needed at the right time and in the right way. To explain this, Grice introduced 4 conversational maxims that help people communicate smoothly. The first one, there are maxim of quantity. It means give the right amount of information, not too much but also not too little. For example, A say, where do you live? B will reply with I live in Jakarta. But if B says, I live in Jakarta, near the park, next to the cafe, house number 45, that's way too much. The second one is maxim of quality. It means be truthful. Don't say things that are false or lack evidence. For example, I ask you, where's your cat? And then B reply, it was taken by aliens. Funny enough, but clearly not true. The third one is maxim of relation. It means be relevant, say things that relate to the topic. For example, A say, I'm really hungry, and then B say, there's fried chicken in the fridge. That's perfectly relevant. But if B says, I like blue color, it's totally off topic. And the last one is maxim of manner. It means be clear, avoid confusion, be brief, orderly, and unambiguous. For example, instead of saying the structure where 4-legged domestic animal sleeps, just say a doghouse. Okay, now that we know how conversations are supposed to work, let's talk about what happens when people don't say things directly. This is where implicature comes in. Imagine this. A say, wanna go out tonight? And then B replies with, I have to do my laundry. B never said no, but we understand it as a polite way of saying I can't. That's implicature, the hidden meaning behind the words. So, what is implicature? Implicature is when a speaker implies something without saying it directly. The listener understands the meaning based on context and the assumption that the speaker is still being cooperative. Here is the example. When A say, do you want to go to the cinema tonight? B replies with, I have an early class tomorrow. B doesn't directly say no, but by mentioning the early class, B implies that they can't or don't want to go. We understand the real meaning through context, even though it's not explicitly stated. It's really important to learn and know about this material because in real life, people don't always say exactly what they mean. By understanding cooperative principles and implicature, we can read between the lines, avoid misunderstandings, and become more effective and sensitive communicators. So, that's it. Now, you know what cooperative principles and implication are all about. Just remember, communication isn't only about words, it's also about meaning, intention, and context. That's all from me. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye-bye.